had a very fortunate play out of the end zone. Alabama was able to hang on, and you wondered this year in Tuscaloosa if Quinn was healthy, and Alabama perhaps quarterback questions with Jalen Milroe not being familiar with being a starting quarterback like Bryce Young was, and how that might affect Alabama in this game. And what I wanted to learn about Texas, look, Alabama's Alabama. They're one of the great programs of this generation with Nick Saban. But Texas, under Mac Brown, they were one of the dominant blue bloods in college football, and they just haven't been at that point in a long time. And we had said it numerous times, if not now for Sark in Texas, when? And it was an absolute perfect storm of performance for Texas on Saturday night to get that win. Because every time Alabama was able to weasel their way, just kind of find their way back into the game, Quinn Ewers' offense responds. And that's my first cheers of the morning, is to Quinn Ewers, who really took this offseason seriously. He lost weight. He dove into the playbook. Regrettably, he shaved the mullet. I don't know if I would have shaved that. I thought that thing was a work of art. Clean-shaven face. Really wanted to take this thing seriously. And last night was the opportunity to prove to the country. I bet that number, that rating is going to be huge. But he wanted to prove to the country that the offseason work, that Texas, that everything surrounding him, he's one of the highest rated recruits in the state of Texas history, started at Ohio State, came back home to Texas. He wanted to prove all of that was going to be worth it. That hard work, that dedication. Who better to do that against than Alabama? And the way that they did it last night was absolutely incredible. The defense was unsung going into the offseason, really to start this season. The offense has the stars, and they stepped up when they needed to. Conversely, with Jalen Milroe in Alabama, he gives you spots. There wasn't really a lot of rhythm with Alabama last night. There just really wasn't. He's good at when the play breaks down, and he's got to use his feet to create a big play. He can do that. He's as athletic as anyone we've ever seen. But in terms of just the structure of the offense, sitting back there, looking around, making a read, making a throw, the timing wasn't there. And so I wonder going forward what Alabama will do with Milroe at the end, the quarterback position. And by the way, we talk about this with Feinbaum today in the Matt Barrie Show Sunday recap with Paul Feinbaum. But Texas now, and if you look, this is going to be the conversation now. Here's where we're at. What does Alabama do moving forward? Well, for Alabama, this was simple. You lose this game, you still have the SEC schedule in front of you. You win out, you're in the college football playoff. It's that simple. You can be as cliche as you want. All the goals are still in front of us. That's true for Alabama. For Texas, this is a good argument last night on the set. For Texas, Dan Mullen said on College Football Final, he thinks that the Longhorns can now afford a loss. I completely disagree with that. I don't think Texas can afford a loss because I don't think the Big 12 schedule sets up good enough for Texas to afford that. I'm going to pull this up for you because when you look now, I'm stunned. Baylor's 0-2. To me, that is stunning. And so when you look at the Big 12 right now, Texas is ranked. Kansas State is ranked. Oklahoma is ranked. Where can you afford a loss? You can't. The Big 12's got 3 ranked teams. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas State. Now, if Oklahoma keeps winning, you might have to face them twice, regular season Big 12 championship, maybe. But I just don't know that the Big 12 schedule allows Texas much leeway to get a loss in there and still make the college football playoff. But as we sit here on Sunday morning, it is a damn good feeling to have Texas back in the conversation as one of the elite. So congratulations to Sark, Quinn Ewers, and the rest of that program. They handed Nick Saban his first double-digit loss at home since 2003 as a head coach in college football. They did everything they needed to do. I had Texas in the playoff at the beginning of the season. And I think that they are well on their way based on that performance.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.